You are tuned in to the 5-Minute Signal, Mental Fortitude. I'm Reese Kale, cognitive strategist. This is not a self-help podcast. This is a tactical brief for optimizing your internal operating system. We don't do positive thinking here. We do strategic execution. 5 minutes on the clock, let's get to work. University of Chicago researchers studying loneliness over 2 decades found something that should reframe how you think about social isolation. Chronic loneliness activates the anterior cingulate cortex and the insula, the exact same brain regions that process physical pain. When you break a bone, these areas light up. When you're socially isolated, identical activation patterns emerge. Your brain doesn't distinguish between physical injury and social disconnection. Both register as immediate survival threats. This isn't poetic language. Neuroimaging confirms it. Loneliness isn't an emotional weakness. It's your nervous system detecting that a resource critical to your survival, human connection, is absent from your environment. Here's why it matters. Your brain evolved in small social groups where isolation meant death. If you were separated from the tribe, you lost access to food sharing, predator defense, childcare support, and knowledge transfer. Loneliness was an alarm system designed to drive you back toward the group before you died alone. That system is still operational. When you experience chronic social isolation, your body responds as if you're in mortal danger. Studies published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences confirm that loneliness triggers systemic inflammation, elevates cortisol to chronic stress levels, and suppresses immune function. The Harvard study of adult development tracked subjects for over 80 years and found that social connection quality predicted longevity and cognitive health more accurately than cholesterol levels, blood pressure, or smoking status. This isn't about being an extrovert. It's about your biology requiring social infrastructure the way it requires oxygen. The hard truth? Modern life is structurally designed to produce loneliness. You work remotely in isolated home offices. You commute alone in sealed vehicles. You live in housing arrangements where you don't know your neighbors' names. You interact through screens that provide the illusion of connection without the neurological payoff of physical presence. Your brain's loneliness alarm is firing constantly, and you've been taught to interpret that signal as personal failure rather than environmental insufficiency. You're not antisocial. You're operating in a system that has stripped away the default social contact humans historically had through shared labor, communal meals, multi-generational housing, and geographic stability. The loneliness epidemic isn't about people becoming weaker. It's about infrastructure collapse making connection optional when your brain treats it as mandatory. Here's the actionable move. 1. Stop treating loneliness as a personality flaw and start treating it as diagnostic data. If your nervous system is signaling isolation threat, that's information about your environment, not your character. Respond to it with the same urgency you'd apply to dehydration or sleep deprivation. 2. Distinguish between solitude and loneliness. Solitude is chosen disconnection with the knowledge that connection is available when needed. Loneliness is involuntary isolation, where connection feels unavailable or unreliable. One restores, one degrades. Know which state you're actually in. 3. Prioritize low-friction, high-frequency social contact over rare, high-intensity events. Your nervous system doesn't need dinner parties. It needs regular, predictable, low-stakes human interaction. Daily, brief exchanges with the same people signal to your brain that you're embedded in a social network. That's the recalibration. Your loneliness isn't weakness. It's your brain trying to keep you alive. I'm Reese Condell. This has been the 5-Minute Signal. Stay sharp.